We all seek happiness, a deep sense of fulfillment. Yet, how often does it feel like a fleeting butterfly, always just beyond our grasp? We chase it through achievements, possessions, experiences, only to find the satisfaction fades, leaving us wanting more. This endless pursuit can be exhausting, a labyrinth with no apparent exit. Is there another way, a more enduring path to what we truly long for? What if the map to lasting happiness wasn't hidden in the external world, but within a question we haven't dared to fully ask? Imagine for a moment that the frantic search outwards is misdirected. The ancient philosophers, masters of inner exploration, believed so. They pointed towards a different starting point, a gateway to a more stable, profound sense of well-being that originates from within. Today, we journey back in time to ancient Greece, to the mind of Plato, a thinker whose insights into the human condition still resonate with powerful clarity. He proposed that the quest for real happiness, the kind that anchors the soul, begins not with an answer but with a profound, life-altering question. This question challenges us to look deeper than we ever have before. Many of us equate happiness with fleeting pleasures or external achievements. A new car, a promotion, a moment of praise. These can bring joy, certainly. But Plato observed that such happiness is often dependent on circumstances, on things outside of our ultimate control. It's a temporary high, not a deep, abiding state of contentment. He urged us to seek something more. The happiness Plato spoke of, often translated as eudaimonia or human flourishing, is different. It's a state of being where one lives optimally, realizing one's fullest potential. It's not just feeling good, but being good, living a life of meaning and virtue. This kind of happiness, he argued, is far more resilient, more deeply satisfying. So, what is this foundational question that Plato believed could unlock such profound well-being? It's not a simple query with a quick answer. It's an invitation to a lifelong journey of self-discovery and ethical reflection. It's a question that turns our gaze inward, away from the noise of the external world. The question in its essence prompts us to ask, what is the good life for a human being? Not just what feels good momentarily, but what is truly good? What kind of life aligns with our deepest nature and purpose? What values should guide our choices if we are to achieve genuine, lasting fulfillment? This question challenges the common assumption that happiness is something to be found out there. Instead, Plato suggests it is something to be cultivated in here, within the landscape of our own mind and character. It's about the kind of person we choose to become, the principles we choose to live by. Imagine a ship sailing on a vast ocean. If its captain only focuses on the temporary weather, a sunny day here, a small storm there, the journey lacks true direction. But if the captain navigates by the stars, by a fixed understanding of the destination, the journey becomes purposeful, even through challenges. This question provides our stars. Plato believed that many people live unexamined lives, chasing shadows on a cave wall, mistaking them for reality. They pursue echoes of happiness, wealth, fame, power, without questioning if these things in themselves can truly satisfy the soul's deepest yearning. The question forces us to turn towards the light. Why is this inquiry so crucial? Because without understanding what is truly good, we risk building our lives on unstable foundations. We might achieve many things society values, yet feel an inner emptiness, a sense that something fundamental is missing. The question guides us to build on solid rock. Plato wasn't suggesting we abandon the world or its joys. Rather, he urged us to understand their proper place. Material comforts and worldly successes are not bad in themselves, but they become problematic when they are mistaken for the ultimate source of happiness, the highest good. Think about it. How many desires once fulfilled quickly lose their allure? The excitement fades and a new desire takes its place. This cycle, Plato might say, is like trying to fill a leaky jar. No matter how much water you pour in, it will never be full. The true problem isn't the lack of water, but the holes in the jar. The question, what is the good life, directs us to examine the jar itself, our own soul, our character? Are there leaks in our values, our habits, our understanding of what truly matters? Mending these leaks, cultivating inner wholeness is key. For Plato, a core component of the good life was virtue. Virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance were not just abstract ideals, but qualities of a well-ordered soul. They are the inner strengths that enable us to navigate life skillfully and live harmoniously. Wisdom, for instance, is the ability to discern what is truly good from what merely appears good. It's the captain's ability to read the stars. Without wisdom, our pursuit of happiness can be misguided, leading us down paths that ultimately cause more suffering than joy. The question cultivates this wisdom. Courage, then, is not the absence of fear, but the strength to act in accordance with what is good, even in the face of difficulty or opposition. It's the resolve to pursue our inner compass, even when the seas are rough. This contributes to a sense of integrity and self-respect, essential for true happiness. Justice, in Plato's view, relates to inner harmony. It means each part of our soul, reason, spirit, and appetite, fulfilling its proper role, with reason guiding the others. When our inner world is just and ordered, we experience a profound sense of peace and well-being. And temperance, or moderation, is about mastering our desires, not being enslaved by them. It's about finding balance and avoiding extremes, ensuring that our appetites serve our higher goals rather than dictating our lives. This leads to freedom from cravings and inner turmoil. So the question, what is the good life, isn't just intellectual, it's profoundly practical. It invites us to know thyself, to understand our own soul, its parts, its potential for both chaos and harmony, and then to actively cultivate that inner harmony through virtuous living. This is a radical departure from simply asking, what will make me happy right now? That question often leads to short-term fixes. Plato's question aims for long-term flourishing. It shifts the focus from fleeting feelings to the enduring quality of our being. You might wonder, how do I even begin to answer such a vast question for myself? It starts with sincere reflection. Carve out moments of quiet in your day, away from distractions, to simply be with your thoughts. Consider your values. What principles do you truly believe are important for a life well lived? Not what society tells you or what seems popular, but what resonates deep within your core. Write them down. Examine them. Are they aligned with your actions? Reflect on moments when you felt a deep, authentic sense of purpose or fulfillment. What were you doing? What qualities were you expressing? These moments often hold clues to what constitutes the good for you, pointing towards activities and states of being that nourish your soul. Conversely, consider times you felt misaligned, empty, or inauthentic, even if externally successful. What was missing? What compromises were made? This honest self-appraisal is crucial for understanding the contours of your own inner landscape and what needs rebalancing. Plato encouraged dialogue, both with oneself and with others who are also on this path of inquiry. Discussing these big questions can sharpen our understanding and reveal new perspectives. Seek out conversations that nourish the mind and spirit. This question is not one you answer once and are done with. It's a companion for life. As you grow and change, as your experiences deepen, your understanding of the good life will evolve. It's a continuous process of refinement and rediscovery. The beauty of this approach is that it empowers you. It places the source of happiness firmly within your sphere of influence, not in the hands of fate or other people or external circumstances, but in the conscious cultivation of your inner world. It's about shifting from being a passive recipient of fleeting pleasures to an active architect of your own enduring well-being. This shift in itself can be incredibly liberating and a source of profound satisfaction. You are the artist of your inner life. When you start asking, what is the good life, and live in accordance with your evolving answer, you begin to cultivate what Plato called a well-ordered soul. This inner order, this harmony between reason, spirit, and desire, is the bedrock of true happiness. This inner harmony isn't about suppressing emotions or desires. It's about understanding them and guiding them with wisdom so they contribute to your overall flourishing rather than derailing it. It's about intelligent self-governance. Consider how much energy is wasted in inner conflict when one part of you wants one thing and another part pulls in the opposite direction. Asking Plato's question helps to align these parts, reducing friction and freeing up energy for more purposeful living. This journey isn't always easy. Self-examination can be uncomfortable. It requires honesty and courage to face our own shortcomings and unhelpful patterns. But the reward, a more authentic, meaningful, and joyful existence, is immeasurable. Plato's wisdom reminds us that real happiness is not a destination to be arrived at, but a way of traveling. It's found in the daily practice of asking the right questions, cultivating virtue, and striving for inner excellence. This isn't about achieving some mythical state of constant bliss. Life will always have its ups and downs, but by grounding ourselves in this deeper inquiry, we develop an inner resilience, a core of stability that can weather any storm. The modern world often bombards us with messages that happiness comes from more stuff, more likes, more experiences. Plato's question acts as a filter, helping us discern what truly nourishes us from what merely distracts or depletes us. When you define the good life for yourself, based on inner values rather than external pressures, you gain a powerful sense of autonomy. You are no longer swayed by every passing trend or societal expectation. You navigate by your own internal compass. This doesn't mean retreating from the world. It means engaging with the world from a place of greater clarity and purpose. Your actions become more intentional, more aligned with what you deem truly important, making your contributions more meaningful. Imagine the relief of letting go of the exhausting chase for external validation. When your sense of worth comes from living in accordance with your inner truth, the opinions of others, while still heard, no longer hold ultimate power over your peace of mind. This journey of asking, "What is the good life?" is also a journey towards deeper connection with yourself, with others on a similar path, and perhaps with something larger than yourself. True happiness often flourishes in the soil of authentic connection. The pursuit of virtue, central to Plato's good life, inherently benefits not just ourselves but also those around us. Qualities like justice, kindness, and integrity strengthen our communities and contribute to a better world. Our flourishing is interconnected. So this question isn't selfish. It's profoundly generative. By striving to become the best version of ourselves, we naturally uplift others and contribute more meaningfully to the collective good. This, too, is a source of deep happiness. Think of the most genuinely happy and inspiring people you know. Do they seem primarily focused on fleeting pleasures or external validation? Or do they seem to live by a deeper set of principles, exuding a sense of purpose and inner contentment? Plato's message is timeless because human nature, in its deepest aspirations, hasn't changed much. We still yearn for meaning, for purpose, for a happiness that endures beyond the superficial. This ancient question still holds the key. This path requires patience. Unlearning old habits of thought and cultivating new ones takes time and consistent effort. Be gentle with yourself. The very act of engaging with the question is progress. Each moment of sincere reflection is a step forward. The happiness that comes from a well-ordered soul, from living a life aligned with your deepest values, is not a fragile thing. It has roots. It can withstand the inevitable storms of life because it's nourished from within. When you ask, "What is the good life?" and begin to live your answer, you're not just finding happiness, you are becoming happiness. It becomes an intrinsic part of who you are, radiating outwards naturally. This isn't about achieving perfection. The human journey is one of constant learning and growth. The good life is about striving, aspiring, and continually realigning with what you understand to be true and valuable. the effort itself is ennobling. So the challenge from Plato echoes through the centuries. Dare to ask the big question. Dare to look within. Dare to define for yourself what a truly good, flourishing life means. This is where the path to real happiness begins. It's a call to move beyond the superficial search for fleeting pleasures and to embark on the profound adventure of self-cultivation. An adventure that promises not just temporary highs, but a deep and abiding sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. This ancient wisdom isn't just for philosophers in ivory towers. It's for every single one of us seeking a more meaningful and joyful existence. The tools are simple: honest reflection, a commitment to virtue, and the courage to ask the foundational question. The next time you find yourself chasing a fleeting desire, pause. Ask yourself, is this truly aligned with the good life I aspire to? Will this contribute to my long-term flourishing, or is it just another temporary distraction? This internal dialogue, this constant checking in with your deepest values, is the practice. It's how you keep your inner compass calibrated. It's how you ensure your ship is sailing towards your true north, not just drifting with the currents. True happiness, then, isn't something you find by chance. It's something you build thoughtfully and intentionally, day by day, choice by choice, by living in alignment with the answer to that profound Platonic question. Remember Plato's allegory of the cave. Those who escape and see the sun, truth, the good, have a responsibility, not just to bask in its light, but to try and share that understanding, to live in a way that reflects that higher reality. Our happiness can illuminate others. The question is really a starting point for a deeper relationship with yourself. It's about becoming your own best guide, your own wisest counsel, by tapping into that innate human capacity for reason and ethical understanding. Don't be daunted by the scale of the question. Start small. What is one small way you can live more virtuously today? What is one small step you can take towards understanding your own values more clearly? Each step matters. The more you engage with this inner inquiry, the more natural it becomes. It shifts from being a conscious effort to an intuitive way of being. Your life starts to flow from a place of inner alignment and authentic purpose. This journey, Plato believed, is the noblest pursuit for a human being. It is the path to not only happiness, but also to a life of profound meaning and dignity. A life where you are truly alive, not just existing. So let the question resonate within you. What is the good life for me? Allow it to guide your thoughts, your choices, your actions. Let it be the seed from which your truest, most enduring happiness can finally blossom. Consider that this question acts like a key, unlocking inner chambers of wisdom you might not have known you possessed. We all have an innate sense of what feels right, what feels true. This inquiry helps us to access and trust that inner knowing more deeply. Living this way doesn't mean life becomes devoid of challenges. Instead, it equips you with inner resources, wisdom, courage, resilience, to meet those challenges with grace and integrity, transforming them into opportunities for growth rather than sources of despair. The happiness derived from this path is less about ecstatic highs and more about a deep, quiet river of contentment that flows beneath the surface of daily life. It's a sense of rightness, of being aligned with your truest self and purpose. Plato's emphasis on reason doesn't mean a cold, detached intellect. It means a clear-sighted understanding that guides the heart, ensuring our passions and emotions serve our highest good, leading to a more integrated and whole human experience. This approach to happiness is sustainable. Unlike the constant need for new stimuli to feel good, the joy that comes from inner cultivation is self-renewing. The more you invest in your inner world, the richer it becomes. Ask yourself today, what small shift in perspective could this ancient wisdom offer me? How might focusing on being good, rather than just feeling good, change the way I approach my day, my interactions, my challenges? The real adventure is not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes, as Proust said. Plato's question gives us these new eyes, allowing us to see the potential for profound happiness not in changing our circumstances, but in transforming ourselves. Let this question be an anchor in the often turbulent seas of modern life. When you feel lost or overwhelmed by the pursuit of fleeting things, return to it. What is truly good? How can I live that? This is your steady point. The promise of Plato's philosophy is not instant gratification, but lasting transformation. It's an invitation to a richer, deeper, more meaningful human experience, grounded in the timeless pursuit of wisdom, virtue, and self-knowledge. So the journey to real happiness, as Plato envisioned, begins with that courageous, inward-turning question. A question that, if sincerely pursued, can lead you to the most valuable discovery of all, the flourishing of your own soul. This isn't about finding a single, definitive answer etched in stone. It's about embracing the inquiry itself as a way of life. The process of seeking, of questioning, of striving for the good is the path to flourishing. As you engage with this question, notice how it begins to reframe your priorities. Things that once seemed paramount may fade in importance, while deeper, more soulful aspirations come to the forefront of your awareness. The happiness Plato champions is robust. It's not easily shaken by external events because its foundations are internal in your character, your values, your understanding. This creates a profound sense of inner security and peace. Don't underestimate the power of this one shift, from seeking happiness as an external object to cultivating it as an internal state. This is the core of Plato's wisdom for us today. It's a revolution in how we approach our own well-being. So carry this question with you. Let it be a quiet companion in your daily life. What is the good life? Not as an academic exercise, but as a living, breathing inquiry that shapes who you are and how you live. True fulfillment, the kind Plato pointed towards, isn't about an absence of difficulty, but an abundance of meaning. When your life is aligned with what you deem truly good, even challenges can be met with a sense of purpose. This internal work, the cultivation of virtue, the pursuit of wisdom, the ordering of the soul, is the highest art form. It is the art of living well, an art available to every one of us, regardless of external circumstance. As you practice this, you'll find that happiness ceases to be something you chase, and instead becomes something that emanates from you, a natural consequence of living a life of integrity and purpose. Plato's wisdom invites us to become explorers of our own inner continents, to discover the rich landscapes of virtue, reason, and potential that lie within. This exploration is the true adventure, leading to treasures far more valuable than gold. Ultimately, the question, finding real happiness starts with this question, is an invitation to authenticity, to strip away the superficial layers and connect with what is most real and enduring within you and in life itself. The peace that comes from this alignment is profound. It's not the absence of noise, but the presence of an inner symphony, where all parts of your being are playing in harmony, guided by the conductor of wisdom. This is not a quick fix, but a lifelong commitment to growth and self-understanding. Yet, every step on this path is imbued with its own reward, a deeper sense of alignment, purpose, and authentic joy. So let Plato's ancient question be your modern compass. In a world that often pulls us in countless external directions, let it guide you back to the internal source of true and lasting happiness. The answer to what constitutes the good life will be uniquely yours, discovered through your own sincere inquiry and lived experience. But the question itself is universal, a timeless call to awaken our highest potential. Embrace this question, live into it, and discover for yourself the profound truth in Plato's insight, that real happiness, the kind that truly satisfies the soul, indeed starts with this deep, personal inquiry into the good.